In the ever-evolving narrative of basketball's future, the spotlight continues to shine brightly on Bronny James, the talented son of NBA icon LeBron James. Speculation and rumors abound regarding the possibility of the father-son duo suiting up together in the NBA, a dream scenario that LeBron himself has openly discussed and expressed a desire for. While the idea of LeBron and Bronny sharing the court is tantalizing, the specifics of how this might happen remain uncertain, with various teams and scenarios being considered. One of the most discussed potential scenarios is the Los Angeles Lakers drafting Bronny James to reunite him with his father in the purple and gold. However, the possibility is not without its challenges and complexities. Bronny's skill level and readiness for the NBA have been subjects of debate among NBA executives and analysts for a while now. While some see him as a promising prospect with potential, others believe he still has much to prove and develop before making a leap to the professional level. Adding to the intrigue, there have been rumors about Bronny exploring the possibility of entering the 2024 NBA draft, a move that would undoubtedly shake up the basketball landscape. This decision, like many others in his young career, would likely be influenced by his father's career path and decisions. Since a young age, Bronny has always had the spotlight on him, dating back to middle school, playing on a national stage on the AAU scene. Throughout high school, Bronny competed at the highest level, playing at a national powerhouse, Sierra Canyon, and competed on the #1 AAU circuit in the world in the EYBL. Bronny really took his game to new heights from his junior to senior year, where he became a 5-star prospect and earned honors competing at the McDonald's All-American Games, Jordan Brand Classic, and Nike Hoop Summit. In his senior season, Bronny James averaged 14.2 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2.4 assists, and 1.8 steals per game. And while these stats are solid, they aren't McDonald's All-American level stats, especially considering Sierra Canyon wasn't as loaded as they were in previous years. The recruiting process with Bronny has always been very interesting. He received his first college offer at the age of 10 years old from arguably the best basketball program in the country in the University of Kentucky. Obviously, by no stretch of the imagination, this is a major reach, but before Bronny even reached high school, he was receiving interest from Duke, UCLA, and Kansas, on top of his lone offer from Kentucky. This made most colleges hesitant to offer Bronny, as most schools thought he would take the typical blue blood route. On top of this, many schools didn't want to deal with the drama and hype that came with LeBron James being involved in their college program, and the pressure to play Bronny right away. With all this, Bronny made a college decision extremely late into his high school career, dropping in his initial top 3 in January of 2023 with Ohio State, Oregon, and USC. After both signing periods in late May, Bronny made the decision to commit to USC, a local school that looked to have a promising opportunity to play right away. In July of training camp, Bronny James suffered a cardiac arrest in the middle of team practice. This caused Bronny to miss an extensive period of time, not making his college debut until December of 2023. With that, his NBA draft status became uncertain, and there was a roaming question on whether or not he would be ready to be drafted in June of 2024. This unfortunate circumstance has impacted his freshman season so far, as he's only been able to put up 4.8 points, 2.2 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game, while shooting 36.6% from the field and 26.7% from 3. To make matters even worse, USC was 14-17 this year, ranking 9th in the Pac-12. Bronny's last 5 games have also seen him combine for 9 points, going scoreless in 2 of them, which isn't too encouraging considering you hope to see improvement from a player of Bronny's caliber. These stats are not NBA first round pick territory at all, which isn't a good look for Bronny's chances at the NBA this year. Prior to the season, he was on many draft boards, projected as a first round pick. And while there is an argument to be made for his last name and dad being the reason he was projected this high, all of that now goes out the window based on how he played thus far this season. And although this season hasn't gone that well for Bronny, he has showcased his elite athleticism and speed in his short time on the court thus far, while also showing to be an elite defender with great anticipation for his size. But despite this, many draft experts and scouts believe Bronny should return to USC for his sophomore season, where he'll have a big-time role as the main player. USC will lose both their star guards in Isaiah Collier to the NBA draft and Boogie Ellis and DJ Rodman, both running out of eligibility. This should push Bronny to be much more confident with the ball in his hands to make plays and show his true talents. After a hopefully improved season, Bronny has the potential to be a lottery pick in the 2025 NBA draft and has all the intangibles and skills he needs to be a lottery pick. Most draft analysts like Draft Express and Jonathan Wasserman project Bronny to be a surefire first-round pick in the 2025 NBA draft if he shows improvement from scoring the ball and being a more comfortable basketball player overall. Despite the speculation and hype surrounding his future, Bronny remains focused on his current journey. Bronny has faced his fair share of challenges and scrutiny. Bronny's college career has been a mix of highs and lows so far, as he has navigated the pressures of being LeBron James' son and the expectations that come with it. While his statistics may not yet reflect his full potential, Bronny has shown flashes of brilliance on the court, demonstrating his basketball IQ, shooting ability, and defensive prowess. LeBron has been a constant presence in Bronny's journey, attending his games whenever possible and offering guidance and support. LeBron's unwavering belief in his son's ability has been both a blessing and a curse, as it has placed immense pressure on Bronny to live up to the lofty expectations set for him. But what makes this such a big problem for Bronny is that although LeBron put an ultimatum on all NBA teams to draft Bronny to get a 1 to 2 year incentive of LeBron on their team, which will no doubt boost his draft stock drastically, this also puts immense pressure on Bronny to perform right away at the NBA level, and if he fails to live up to that expectation, he could very well be out the league after 2 to 3 years of his career once LeBron retires. So with all that being said, the question still arises, what's next for Bronny James? And what's in his best interest for his basketball future? I think the simple, easy answer for this is for him to return to USC for his sophomore season. It's clear as day his body of work this season won't be enough to get him drafted in either rounds this year. But with the departure of USC's best 3 players, Bronny will have the opportunity to step into a bigger role next season and not only help USC win more games, but put up better stats to boost his draft stock. Bronny has all the intangibles and skills needed to be a great player in college and the NBA level. But the biggest thing with him is going to be confidence. He's going to have to show more of a creation ability and assertiveness on offense to create plays for himself and others, just like he does on the defensive end when getting deflections and going the other way. He's also going to have to improve his efficiency a lot and show he can score off limited attempts at a high clip, or at a semi-respectable level on high attempts if he's willing to take those kind of shots next season. Bronny won't even need to make a massive jump from now until next year, considering scouts and NBA teams will look to cut as much slack as possible for him to make his path to the NBA easy. If he can get around 10 to 12 points a game to go along with 5 to 6 assists, that should be more than enough to get him in first round pick territory. Although it seems like LeBron is trying to get his oldest son to the league as soon as possible, I do think LeBron is pondering with the idea of playing with his youngest son, Bryce James, in the league one day as well. And although he isn't draft eligible until 2026, there doesn't seem to be much of a rush to get him in the NBA so quickly. So for Bronny to stay one more year definitely seems like the right option. And considering LeBron James in a recent interview said that this decision will be up to Bronny and whatever he's comfortable with, I think that that's inevitably what they're going to do. As Bronny continues to grow and develop, the spotlight on him will only intensify. Whether he ultimately follows in his father's footsteps and makes a name for himself in the NBA remains to be seen. What is certain, however, is that Bronny James is determined to forge his own path, one that is uniquely his and separate from his father's legacy.